What's up, you guys? How you guys doing? Welcome back to another video from Filmissart. We have been like just coasting, just chilling, but we have been working. Trust me and believe that we have been working. We haven't posted any content on YouTube in a while, but we're here. We're back. We will be doing a live stream recap of the Senior Bowl coming up this week, so stay tuned. But this is being recorded on Friday, um, February 24th, 2023, and this is our first mock draft of the 2023 NFL draft cycle. I am executive director of Filmissart, Arti. Back with another video with my twin over here. We got Dalen on the program today. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great, feeling excellent.
Yes, sir. We right to business. We both got a lot of things to take care of here, so we're not even gonna waste y'all time. This is our first mock draft of the cycle here at Filmus Art. How we did it was so I have the two divisions. I have two divisions per person. I have the AFC South and the NFC North. So like the first like couple picks are gonna be me, by myself. I wasn't making the picks. Hunter has the AFC uh West and the NFC West, I believe. Yeah. Um, and Alex has the NFC East and the AFC East, and Dalen has whatever else is left because I don't feel like repeating it no more. Um,
What was it? AFC.
yeah,
I had NFC South and the AFC North.
trash. So yeah, we gave Dalen the crap end of the stick today.
Good.
So how this is gonna work is obviously, yeah, he'll be all right. Obviously, Alex and Hunter aren't here with us today. They're both busy, man. They had things they had to do. So I already have their picks locked in for them. So we're gonna go ahead and get down to business. Chicago's on the clock. They reside in the NFC North, so I'm making that pick for them. And that pick is going to be, guess who? Everybody knows who. It's going to be Will Anderson, the edge from the University of Alabama. I mean, not Hunter. Dalen, you mind reminding the viewers a little bit, catching up on who Will Anderson is and what makes him special?
I mean, Will Anderson is the edge from Bama, and why is he special? I mean, the first game I feel like everybody should watch is the championship game from last year against Georgia. Watch the championship game last year against Georgia. Watch uh, all that high motor, all the effort he was giving out. That dude was chasing stretches from the backside. That dude was flying around the field. He was simply he couldn't be messed with really, and Georgia had to go away from him. So that dude, he's a special talent. Easily, if obviously up there with Jalen Carter as the best non-offensive prospect in the class. And if those dudes were separate, they both respectively would go number one overall.
Yeah, for sure. When you guys think about Will Anderson, think of a 6'4", 235, really bendy edge that is an absolute gangster in the run game. Like, dude is phenomenal in the run game.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I heard a comp. I heard a comp a minute ago, and the comp was it was actually Tank. It was Tank Lawrence, DeMarcus Lawrence. And I was like, for the run game stuff, the things that he does in the run game, I definitely like that. Definitely like that.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, I love that a lot. I don't know why it won't let me just, for some reason I can't get all of Alex's picks, but it's cool. I just screenshot it. All right, so I'm on the clock again here with the second pick, and everybody in the world should know who I'm going with here as well. With
Oh
taking
my God.
Alabama
Will
quarterback.
Levis.
Yeah. Shut up before I fire you.
It's gonna be Will
uh,
Levis.
it is no other than Bryce Young. As you guys have probably already seen, that film session is out on its way to 200 views. Man, can we just clap it up for that? I appreciate all you gentlemen out there and ladies out there for checking that out, liking that video. I put a lot of work into it, and we got more film sessions on the way. So stay tuned for that. But man, Bryce Young to Houston is pretty much like a lock at this point in our eyes here. Um, with his
Bar,
ability to play make,
obviously barring any trade ups, I would say.
yeah, yeah,
You
any
know,
trade up. Like if somebody wants to come get him at number one and stands for Chicago, I mean. But basically, what we're saying is that he's almost guaranteed to be the first quarterback taken. With his ability to play make, with his ability to throw the ball anywhere on the field. Specifically in this mock, Houston would be getting their franchise quarterback to duel with Trevor Lawrence for the next 10 years. I mean, you can't beat that. When you're a team that's as bad as Houston has been for the past few years, a guy like Bryce Young literally can alter your franchise's course of history. And any team in this position should definitely pull the trigger. So yeah, Bryce Young to the Houston Texans there. Up next, we have the Arizona Cardinals on the clock, where Hunter would be making this pick, and his pick was Jalen Carter. Twin, please tell everybody why Jalen Carter is such a stud and why he might be better than Will Anderson.
I mean, in my personal opinion, I mean, again, this is arguing between player 2 and player 3. I personally like Carter. I value interior line dominance over edge dominance, but again, this is literally nitpicking at this point. But
Mhm.
Jalen Carter, this dude's been a stud since Jordan Davis was coming out. You just see a big old D lineman wearing 88, and that dude was special. He was freaky twitchy. He's strong. He's got that first step quickness you're looking for. He's got power. He's got a little bit of finesse. He's light footed. He's a great run defender, great pass rusher. Overall, he's really, I would say he's probably the one with the his weakness is, oh my God, he doesn't play 100% of the snaps, which no interior lineman does, and that is perfectly fine. So there's really no true weakness to Jalen Carter.
Yeah, for sure. He's an outstanding player. He's going to be coming into wherever he gets drafted, whether it's number one with Chicago, whether it's Arizona, no matter where he goes, he's going to be not only probably one of their top two defensive players immediately after he gets drafted, but he's going to be like a top 10 defensive tackle in the NFL the moment he steps on the field as a rookie. So, yeah, Jalen Carter is an incredible talent. We have so much adoration for him at this scouting department. And yeah, it's too early to tell, but I believe, me personally, I believe that in a few years we're gonna be having that conversation of, is Aaron Donald, is is Jalen Carter, two of the most impactful defensive players of this generation. So yeah, I think Jalen Carter is a phenomenal player, and I can't wait to see him wherever he gets drafted. Moving on here to pick four of this first installment of the Filmissart Scouting Department mock draft. We are thinking quarterback here, right? So Will Levis or CJ? Nah, we taking CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud.
that that was too easy. CJ Stroud is an absolutely outstanding pocket passing quarterback. He really has pinpoint accuracy, can get the ball wherever you need it to get to. Um, that Georgia game, bro. Oh my goodness, that Georgia game did so much for him, for me personally, and I hope it did it for everybody else that was watching. Because his ability to throw on the move his ability to move, like to run. Like, dude obviously heard my criticism, obviously, because he was going out there to prove a point to me that, like, yeah, I know you love Bryce, but I can book you too, my boy. So just please
Not
touch
only did
on
he boogie,
the
not only did he boogie, but he definitely showed a lot more. He showed that he could throw under some pressure, and that was a big question mark of his too. And Georgia was humming at him. Georgia was humming, and that's one
Jalen
thing
Carter
Georgia
was in
would do.
his face all night.
Oh, Georgia's definitely going to attack you, and he stood there and threw laser after dot after just calm and composed.
It's crazy, bro. That was single handedly one of the best games. Not only that I've watched on all 22, but that was just a fun football game just to watch in general. Like that's one of my favorite football games I've ever seen for a prospect. So yeah, CJ Stroud.
Me
Yeah.
personally, it's definitely got to be Louisville versus Clemson when Lamar and Deshaun Watson were battling.
Oh yeah, that was a great game. I wasn't
And
I wasn't scouting back
amazing.
then, but that was a great game. Yeah,
That game was
I love
amazing.
that game.
That
Yeah,
game was
bro.
awesome.
Yeah, it was a great game. Uh, so now we are at pick number 5 with the Seattle Seahawks. That is a team that Hunter is representing for this mock exercise, and he decided to go Tyree Wilson. Tyree Wilson is a edge rusher who is a freak, bro. 6'8", about 5, just a true freak, a true behemoth as far as athletic profile. Really, really, really scary with how long his arms are and his ability to affect the pocket from speed rushing and power rushing. I mean, dude is just a complete. He's just a complete Madden designer player for an edge rusher.
No, he really
Um, I,
is. He really is.
I love Tyree Wilson, bro.
He really is. That dude. Apparently, it's rumored that his arm length is about as long as Giannis Antetokounmpo's, just about near it. So Giannis at defensive end is pretty much his comp. So yeah. So
Yeah,
imagine Giannis at the end.
he's nothing like we've seen in a while. And he's not just like long, like he's strong as hell. Like, like,
Again,
like whatever
a
team.
very, 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 very high floor player. It's kind of one of those. He's going to come in. Maybe he won't be double digit sack guy, but he might be able to get you like 7 a year. But he's going to get you a lot of TFLs. He's going to be a key piece to a defense.
For sure. I mean, we should talk about him the way we talk about Will Anderson and Jalen Carter. I mean, he doesn't have the pedigree as those guys. Like, he doesn't have the production as those guys consistently. But make no mistake about it, Tyree Wilson is a stud. And his season was cut short to injury. I mean, he had like 11 tackles for loss this season alone, 12 sacks, So the production is there. But, yeah, he's a stud, bro. And it's a shame that his season had to end the injury, but I think he should be fine for training camp and all that. So yeah, Tyree Wilson's a great player, you guys. I'm back on the clock here with the Detroit Lions. I told y'all I'd have made like what picks in the top 5, top 6 now. Half the picks belong to me. I did this on purpose. I wanted to shine a little bit to start this mock draft. We are going to take um for the Detroit Lions. We're going to take Christian Gonzalez. We're going to take CB1 for Detroit. Defensive backs, cornerback, safeties is Dalen. So we're just gonna let him rock. Just a little quick about Christian Gonzalez and gush over how great he is and how athletic he is.
I mean, as you said, athletic. This dude is a natural athlete, fluid hips. He ball skills galore. He's probably the cornerback with the best ball skills in the class. He's very sticky, comfortable in man, comfortable in zone.
Yep.
It's not a lot of flaws for him. He's very much you turn on the tape. He's the best corner. I don't think there's any dispute about it. And this corner class is deep, loaded. I love a lot of corners in this class, but I just don't think they can really mess with Gonzalez. I think Gonzalez is almost at least half a tier above everybody else. And he's
Wow.
he's
Sheesh.
at least half a tier above everybody else. But he's awesome. Gonzalez is awesome.
Um, I like Teeter. Like, no, he's been my CB1 for like the past month, I say. But him and Joy Porter is like it's like Gonzalez Porter. Like, it's a gap, but it's not that big of a gap for me personally. But yeah, Christian Gonzalez, man. I remember the first game I watched of him was actually the first game of the season of Oregon against Georgia.
Mhm.
I watched it on like the TV, not like, on tape or anything. But I noticed him because every time Stetson Bennett threw at him, like even the receiver caught it, he was always right there. You know what I'm saying? And then that translated into me watching, the tape and everything, and same story. Like he's right there, but they're not catching the ball. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I love Christian Gonzalez. I think that he's every bit of who people thought Caleb Farley was, but he wasn't. With no injury history, no injury risks, no injury concern at all. So I can't wait to see where he goes. I think he's a 6'2" lanky cornerback that's gonna probably step in day one and be an impact starter for someone. So it's a good cornerback class, like Dalen said, and whoever gets Christian Gonzalez will be very, very lucky. Up now, we have the Las Vegas Raiders, who are taking Will Levis, right, bro?
The Raiders. Yup. Take
No,
Levis.
no, no, they're not taking Will Levis, bro. Hunter got them taking my man Peter Skoronsky.
I mean, they might as well. I mean, at this point, I mean, obviously, this was probably made. These picks were made pre Derek Carr getting released. So at this point, I think this is if Levis is on the board for them, it's going to end up being Levis. It just will be one of Levis or Richardson.
That's if they don't get Aaron Rodgers, though.
oh, oh Lord,
Hey, you know,
Miss,
the reports are that's how we have to preface it. The reports are that they want a veteran quarterback. So
Mister, I live in the darkness.
that
Actually, just I think he just today. He just came out today. So as we're making this video, I think Friday.
that man,
Friday he just came out. I think it was just confirmed by by the retreat that he came out today.
that man is very interesting, man. That's all I'll say about Aaron Rodgers. But hey, bro, it's your turn. It's your turn to shine, man. You're on the clock with the Atlanta Falcons.
I
Just to
mean,
repeat, who have gone off the board for you? Will Anderson went number one to the Bears. Bryce Young went number two to the Houston Texans. Jalen Carter went number three to the Arizona Cardinals. CJ went four to the Indianapolis Colts. Tyree Wilson went five to the Seattle Seahawks, and Christian Gonzalez went six to the Lions, and Peter Skoronsky went. We didn't even talk about Skoronsky. We can't disrespect him like that, bro. Talk to us about Peter Skoronsky real quick before I'll do it. I'll do it while you make him around here. You're gonna pick an 8 for Atlanta. So Peter Skoronsky. I don't know why Hunter made the pick. I think this is a little bit early for Peter Skoronsky for me personally. He is a guard who can play tackle for me. I don't think he's a tackle that can play guard. I think he's a guard that can play tackle. He is solid as an ox. However, his foot speed is a little slow. Sometimes he allows defenders to get too quickly inside of him or too quickly outside of him because of his foot speed. So that'll be a problem for him. But I think all in all, he's a mauler who can really, really improve on his push. I think he's strong, but I don't think he pushes as well as he should from the offensive line perspective. But overall, I think Peter Skronsky is a very good offensive lineman. I would play him at guard to start his career, but if he goes out to play tackle, I wouldn't be shocked, and he's successful later on. So, and him to Vegas, it's an okay fit. I mean, their guards are terrible. Like John Simpson, like stop. But I
their
think that he would be.
O line is terrible.
Yeah, their O line is terrible, but I think
Even though Josh Jacobs led the league in rushing, they were still graded out as the worst O line in football, or at least one of the worst.
yeah, but I think Pierce Skronsky would be a good fit for the Raiders. Just not this high for me, but that's Hunter's pick, so we gonna let him rock. All right, bro. Atlanta Falcons are on the board. You've had a lot of time to think about this pick. Who are you taking for the Atlanta Falcons at number 8?
If I'm Atlanta and I'm picking number 8, I mean, you could again. Atlanta could go a multitude of different ways. Ultimately, I think it's got to be a defensive player, and I think they got to figure out a way to find some pressure because pressure wins you a lot of games. So with number 8 for the Atlanta Falcons, I'm thinking Miles Murphy.
I think that's a phenomenal pick. I think he really fits what they do, what they need, specifically for an edge. I love his toolbox. I love his. He's got the size you want, right? At 6'5", about 260. He's got the quick. I mean, the explosive and quick get off. Violent, I would get off. And yeah, he just knows how to hunt the quarterback. He's a hunter. He knows how to hunt. He doesn't have the pass rush moves that I would say are like pro ready. Like you would have to work on his toolbox a little bit. But I think that it's more than a high on the floor to be the 8th pick in the draft. And I think Atlanta, a team that literally has nothing at pass rusher, would absolutely adore.
Outside of Grady, they got Grady Jarrett. They drafted Ebiketie. Like they got some young guys there, but they're all young.
That edge, bro, they're like lacking. You know, obviously Grady Jarrett's a stud, but that edge is kind of like, it's like you can definitely improve that.
Yeah, outside of Ebiketie, they don't really have much.
So the Atlanta Falcons get better with the addition of Miles Murphy at number 8. All right, bro, you're back on the clock. You spinning the block again. You back on the clock with the Carolina Panthers at number 9. Who are you thinking for Carolina here at 9?
We know. We already see him. Come on.
Devon Witherspoon? Here?
No, sir.
Oh, you want Clinton Johnston? Brian Branch? What about Anthony Richardson?
No, sir. We're going with Will Levis. Everybody's favorite quarterback.
Oh, you want Mayo, man? That's who you want?
Listen, if we're going off of all the reports we've seen and all the reports we've heard, I mean, it seems like Carolina likes him a lot, and it seems like that they're interested enough to take him. I feel like this really doesn't fall out of the top 10. I feel like really if we're doing trades, none of the quarterbacks fall outside of the top 10. But I mean, since it's no trade and we're kind of sticking and picking, I think Carolina go for a Will Levis.
So I just need to tell y'all something real quick. So in about when March comes around, when we're dropping all the film session of players we don't like, and Will Levis film session come out, I just want you to remember that this man picked him at number 9. Okay. This man right here. This man picked him at number 9. So when y'all see that film session of me trashing this man,
I'll be telling y'all, Will Levis is going top 10. He's going top 10.
He might go top 10, but he's still mid.
I never said that he wasn't. I am not a fan of Will Levis. I have not been a fan of Will Levis. Personally, I would take Richardson above him. But again, that's
everybody would. But I think with Levis being so not Levis, with Richardson so inconsistent and so bad at being a quarterback. Sorry. I think Levis actually the Carolina makes a ton of sense, no matter the fact that he puts mayo in his coffee. So yeah, I know. So we have Alex here with the 10th pick, and yeah, he decided to go Joey Porter Jr. for the Philadelphia Eagles. How you feel about that, bro?
I mean, that's a pick. I mean, that's what Philly needs. Philly needs another corner with James Bradbury leaving, Slay's getting older, and they don't really have nothing else behind those two. So why not try to get a little younger at corner while also getting a guy who could potentially be their new number 1 guy? So Joey Porter Jr. and they basically have their pick of whoever they feel like is the second best corner, whether it's Devon Witherspoon, whether it's Joey Porter Jr. Hey, it's their pick of the litter.
It's 1-1 for Philly here. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they could have went B. John Robinson. Um, yeah, so 1-1 for Philly. Joey Porter Jr. is the second best cornerback in this class for me personally. I think he fits Philly very well. I think Philadelphia, he fits the culture of Philadelphia. He's a very flamboyant, aggressive cornerback, so he would fit right in the city of brotherly love. This is so disgusting, by the way. I'm sitting here in draft mode and I'm realizing I'm giving Philadelphia any form of credit. It's just making me throw up in my mouth. But anyway, I think he fits opposite of Darius Slay. I think that he fits the scheme that they run there in the Philly, a lot of that cover two bail type of scheme. So yeah, I think Joey Porter fits like a glove in Philly. I think he's dang near a perfect fit. So great pick for Philadelphia. Man, I really just had to say all that and be professional. That was terrible.
I mean,
Y'all
look,
are watching the growth, man. I
I
mean,
mean, look,
anybody
man,
that knows me personally,
I mean, look,
I
man.
hate Philadelphia, bro.
Listen. They understand it. We Cowboy fans, but at the same time, we are a scouting department. So you have to put on your neutral hat and be like, look, man,
Yeah.
this is why this is a good fit for Philly. This is why, this, that, the third.
Yep.
You don't necessarily have to give them all the credit in the world, but again, as the defending NFC champs, they get
You
themselves.
gotta
They
give them
have a
that
top 10
respect.
pick as well. They have a top 10
You gotta
pick
give them
as
that
well.
respect.
So, hey,
You gotta give them that respect, and I'm glad you said that because any young scouts or young evaluators out there that are gonna watch this video later on, remember what Dalen just said. Being neutral is the best way to progress in this business because you can have your favorites, you can have your prototypes as far as prospects go, but as long as you stay neutral, as long as you stay balanced and stay fair, everything will be fine.
like,
So that's
trust
my
me, I don't like Philly, but then picking at 10, I mean, I'm not gonna mess around and give them. I don't know. I'm not gonna don't ruin their draft board on purpose. Like, don't do that. Don't don't do
yeah,
that.
don't be petty. Be
That's
realistic. Be realistic.
that's
Yeah.
that's just silly.
So I'm back on the clock again here with the Tennessee Titans, NFC South, and we are going with Broderick Jones, tackle from Georgia. Broderick Jones, in my opinion, is the best tackle in his class. He is a freaking freak of a tank. At 6'5", about 310. We'll see his official measurements at the combine next week. But dude is literally Tyron Smith. Like
Hey,
you wanna know who
that dude is mean.
Broderick Jones is? He's basically a 20-year-old Tyron Smith all over again.
That dude is
Literally.
mean. That dude, he will put hands on you. He's trying to put them to the dirt. He's a big mauler. That dude is just mean.
Yeah. Y'all remember that scene from The Blind Side when Michael Orr pushed the dude all the way to the out the gate? That's basically Broderick Jones. If he gets hands on you, it's wraps, bro. You're not going anywhere. So, and I'm back on the clock again. Houston Texans here. Um, yeah, we're gonna get Bryce Young, a playmaker here, bro. Please inform the people of how much of a stud Jordan Addison.
Jordan Addison is wide receiver one. As simple as that. He's wide receiver one. Best route runner in the class. Great agility. Of course, he's a little lightweight, kind of similar to Devontae Smith, Calvin Ridley, Chris Olave type.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean, hey, those dudes are they're natural born separators, natural athletes. Those dudes are very high floor type players. Those are dudes that are going to be great players for a long time. Whether they're wide receiver ones, wide receiver twos, those dudes are going to be great players. And Jordan Addison fits the profile, and he's probably going to end up being one of those great players for a very long time.
absolutely. You want to talk about an elite separator? You want to talk about a guy who can beat man, press, zone, knows how to throttle down in the zone, knows how to beat off man, knows how to win with leverage, win with speed, win with creativity in his route running. I mean, that dude is Jordan Addison is awesome, y'all. He's awesome. I can't wait to post this film session on here. I'm gonna be literally just gassing that man up to the fullest because that dude is a stud. He's 6 foot, about 180, 90 pounds. Like Dalen said, he's got that Devontae Smith build going on. But man, you want to talk about somebody who can take the top of the defense. You want to talk about somebody who's reliable, soft hands. I mean, this dude made Kenny Pickett, bro. He made Kenny Pickett. Like, dude at Pitt last year, like not this year, last year had almost 2,000 yards receiving. Like,
that dude was
bro,
a
let's talk
force.
about it.
He
Like,
was a force.
dude, he is a menace. Like,
That little dude was a force at freaking Pitt.
then went to UNC and did the same thing with Caleb Williams, even though he missed a couple games. So,
So of
yeah,
course he missed a couple games with a nagging ankle injury, but I mean
I
overall,
wouldn't worry about
again,
that too much though.
that I wouldn't worry about it. Again, however you see Devontae Smith being used is the exact way you can use Jordan Addison. Use him inside, use him outside, use him as a vertical threat, use him as a horizontal guy. Anything anything that you want Addison to do, he can do it.
Absolutely. I think Jordan Addison is a stud. And I cannot wait to see whatever uniform he gets in drafted into. I don't love him as much as I love Jamison Williams last year, but I love Jordan Addison. And I think him and Bryce hooking up in Houston is bound to happen. And I can't wait to see it. Yeah, so with the Jets pick here, at 13, Alex decided to go with Trent Simpson. A couple of the guys he wanted flamed out here. So we are gonna have him take Trent Simpson, linebacker from Clemson. Quickly, because we press for time a little bit here. Trent Simpson is a defensive weapon. We have a couple defensive weapons in this class. He's a guy who you can use in coverage as an off-ball linebacker. He's a guy who can blitz as an edge and actually affect the passer, actually get pressure. And he's a guy who, dare I say, you could use in like a three safety look, Dalen. Like Trent Simpson's a Swiss Army knife when it comes to those defensive weapons, as I call them, or players that can play multiple positions in defense.
I mean, hey, he's one of those dudes that can literally come in and basically he again those are your utility guys. Those are guys that can just kind of do everything. He's kind of the bait. He's what do you need me to do? I'll do it, coach. And he's gonna turn around. And he's gonna do it at a high level. And he's gonna do it at a high speed.
Yep, for sure. Moving right on along here, Alex had the Patriots taking Brian Branch, defensive weapon. I'm sorry, from University of Alabama. Tell everybody how much you love Brian Branch, like me, so we can move on to the next pick.
Brian Branch is I'm pretty sure he's the top 5 player on my board. Top 5 player. The dude, I love him. He nickel corner, box safety, free safety, great tackler, probably
whatever you want.
One of the best run defenders in the class, and the dude is probably the smallest dude in the class, or one of the smallest dudes in the class. He's just amazing, bro. I love Brian Branch. Again, getting him to the Patriots, getting Bill Belichick another weapon, kind of similar-ish to Devin McCourty-ish, probably without like the free safety traits, but similar-ish to Devin McCourty. But yeah, that's an amazing thing for the Patriots.
Absolutely, bro. I love Brian Branch so much. I think I'm his number one fan. Like I think the kid is special. I think as I've said in the defensive preview, I think he's gonna be a Micah Parsons type of defensive weapon, to where he's gonna like create like a whole new view of the secondary, to where he can do so many different things. The way Micah has revolutionized how we view the edge position and how we view some linebackers. So yeah, Brian Branch is incredible. And I cannot wait to see what uniform he ends up in as well. I am back on the clock with the Green Bay Packers. I'm at 15 here. Green Bay doesn't draft receiver. So sorry, I don't think we're gonna draft a receiver here. Wow, Anthony Richardson is still on the board. Wow.
I said, listen, Green Bay fans, it's a fact. Y'all have been drafted receiver in round one since Javon Walker. That's his name. Javon Walker was the last round one receiver that y'all drafted. Every other receiver y'all have, every single receiver y'all have basically day 2 or day 3. When y'all had I think Jordy Nelson was a day 2 guy. Randall Cobb was a day 2 guy. Devontae Adams was a day 2 guy. Christian Watson this year's a day 2 guy. Dubs was our day 3 guy. I mean, y'all don't draft receiver. Y'all don't.
Don't draft one today though.
Hey, I hope they change. I hope they change. I do, because I was screaming for them to draft a receiver last year with their first pick.
Today.
I'm not
15th pick.
I don't think Devontae Wyatt was a bad pick. It was just, man.
In the 2023 NFL draft, the Green Bay Packers select Quentin Johnston, wide receiver from TCU. Now, me personally, I think Quentin Johnston's ass. But I know next week when he runs that 4-4-3 or 4-3-9 or whatever the heck he runs, some team is gonna be just like Green Bay. They're gonna eat the cheese, you know what I'm saying, and they're gonna draft him top 15. As far as how we feel at Filmissart Scouting, we think he's ass. I just got off a podcast with my homeboy Jack, and I literally spent like 3 minutes just going off on how Quentin Johnston runs sloppy routes and has terrible releases and only can beat people that he's bigger and stronger than. So, sorry. There's just other receivers in this class I would much rather have than Quentin Johnston. I think I have him as what? Wide receiver 6 right now, maybe 7. I think Rasheed Rice is better than Quentin Johnston. Sorry. So, yeah, he's wide receiver 7 for me. And yes, I have 2 short dudes in front of him. I have Josh Downs and Zay Flowers. So yeah. But for the sake of the fact that he's 6'4" to 15, and the NFL is probably gonna love him, we're gonna take him at 15 for Green Bay. Give Aaron Rodgers another 6'3" plus weapon to throw the ball to, who's slightly overrated. Cough cough Christian Watson. So yeah.
That's a lot of slander.
Hey, we keep it funky here though. We're gonna always keep it real with y'all. So yeah, Quentin Johnston is not him. Yeah. You want to say anything nice about him? I mean, because I don't have anything nice to say. If you want to say something nice, you can, but I don't have anything nice to say.
I mean, hey, he's 6'4". That's about it. That's all I got. I don't really have anything else. I'm not gonna lie, I don't.
He's probably the biggest catch radius in the class. He has that going for him, and he has really good ability to high point. But again, he's 6'4", so what does that really mean? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he has that. So it's just tough because you see guys like Mel Kiper, other guys, other YouTubers that we watch here, other media people that have some sort of clout in the draft community. You see them gas players like Quentin Johnston up, and we're not going to do that. We're not going to sit here and just give people praise because other people give them praise. We're going to give the players that we like the credit they deserve, and the players we don't like, we're going to slander them, and we're going to not be apologetic about it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Alex is back on the clock with the Washington Commanders, and he is taking Paris Johnson, tackle from Ohio State. So, Dalen, as I calm down here from going on, Quentin Johnston, please tell our viewers what makes Paris Johnson the best tackles in this class.
I mean, for me, Paris Johnson is offensive tackle number 2. He is, okay, so out of your big 3, you got your high upside, big mauler guy. That's Broderick Jones. He's my OT1. And you got your very, like, technician, toolsy guy, not necessarily the best athletically, but probably a high floor guy. That's Skronsky. Paris Johnson is a perfect mix of both, where he's got the size, the athleticism, everything that you're looking for. And the only thing that he needs to, he's got enough technique. He's probably got better technique than I would say than Jones, but he probably doesn't possess the upside that Jones has, though. But again, Johnson's a very, very good player. OT2 for me. I mean, he's got guard. He's got guard experience. He's got tackle experience. I'm pretty sure he's played both sides of the line. If I'm not tripping, I think he's played both sides.
Oh yeah. So I think it was last year he played next to Petit Frere in Tennessee.
Yep.
And then this year he kicked out the left tackle when they had DeJuan Jones at right tackle. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you had that right.
Yep. He's got inside, outside flexibility, wherever you want to put him, whatever you want to put him. I would personally leave him outside at tackle, but again, if a team wanted to get freaky, put him at guard.
You are on the clock, bro, with the Pittsburgh Steelers here. You have a couple options here. Devon Witherspoon is still on the board, the outstanding cornerback from Illinois. You also have a couple receivers, choice of cornerback. Yeah. Wow, Beachon is still on the board. Forgot about that. Yeah, pretty sure he's gonna go pretty here shortly. But yeah, who would you take here at 17 for the Pittsburgh Steelers, brother?
I think Pittsburgh needs some secondary help. They need it pretty badly, and they've needed it for a while with Cameron Sutton becoming a free agent, and I think what was it? Joe Hayden retired not too long ago. They haven't had a good corner in a while. So
you have your options, bro. You got Witherspoon, you got Keely Ringo. Oh, she sucks too. You got Deontay Banks, your guy from Maryland. So yes, you got a couple good choices here, bro.
Hey, if I'm Pittsburgh loves high IQ. They love high IQ guys. And I think your high IQ guy's got to be Witherspoon. I think that's your pick. That's your pick. You roll with him. High IQ corner. He feels like a Steelers player. He kind of feels like a Steelers player. Just something. Just one of the guys. One of the Steelers. One of the guys.
Yeah, he looks like a Steeler. He's so doggone aggressive. He's so doggone aggressive and mean. Like he bullies wide receivers. Like
he bullies wide receivers at 6 foot, 180 pounds.
He's undersized, y'all. He's undersized, and he'd be out here like, bruh, folding wide receivers. Like, don't run a screen against Devin Witherspoon. He's gonna figure it out. He probably already knows it's coming before you even throw the ball. So don't even try to run it.
He wants all the smoke.
All the smoke. We love Devin Witherspoon here. Filmissart.
Yes, sir.
I'm back on the clock with the Lions. I got a bit of a quandrum here, bro. Anthony Richardson staring at my face.
Nope. We believe in Jared Goff.
A bunch of really good players. Bijan's still on the board. Michael Mayer is still on the board. Still on the board. We need interior help.
I mean, personally, for me, their O-line's fine. Their O-line's fine to me. It's still one of the probably top 7 O-lines in football. Their O-line's fine to me. I wouldn't touch O-line.
You can make it elite. You can make it elite though.
I mean, of course. There's nothing wrong with making an O-line, making an already good O-line even better. But I probably wouldn't touch it. I would honestly get them more weapons because they did trade T.J. Hawkinson. And outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown, there's not really a lot of people that necessarily scare you. Not really.
You gonna disrespect that man like that?
I mean, we seen J-Mo, but J-Mo barely played. So again, he's barely played. But
you know what J-Mo is when he's fully healthy, though. You know what he is when he's fully healthy. So
of course, yeah. When J-Mo play, yeah. When J-Mo, he'll be him. But I mean, obviously, like we said with offensive line, it doesn't hurt to get another weapon. Because Amon-Ra's gonna be playing the slot. Let J-Mo be your deep threat, and you can find yourselves either a tight end or find yourself another receiver.
I think I know the receiver I'm going to choose for the Detroit Lions. It's going to be someone who PFF has as the 56th ranked player. That's absurd to me. But we're going to choose none other than Booty Man himself, Kashawn Boutte.
Good Lord. This is going to get so much hate.
Why is it going to get hate? What's wrong with Booty Man?
Listen, we understand that.
Hold on. Who's hating on Booty Man? Let me know. I'm the Booty Man defense attorney.
It's not that nobody hates him. It's just he's not going in round one, man. He's got
why?
Did you see the 21?
Did you see the 2021 tape?
Of course. Again, I've seen the tape. I love K-Shawn. I think K-Shawn's a stud. I think if he didn't have
Booty Man is him, like I don't know what the problem is.
If he didn't have Jaden Daniels at quarterback, and if Brian, whatever the coach's name, if Coach Kelly didn't basically pigeonhole him into the slot, he would easily be wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2 at the very worst. But again, he's not going to go because he has question marks. There's too many question marks.
What are his question marks, bro?
I mean, mainly it's the love of football. He's had off-field concerns. I mean, I personally kind of take off-field concerns.
We can't talk about that here, but we know that man don't really got no off-the-field concerns.
I'm just saying, he's got off-field concerns. He's had injuries that shortened his season. Those were unfortunate injuries that's ruined his season. So
the two ankle surgeries were very bad for him, bro. I did hear that. I heard he had two really bad ankle surgeries on that ankle that he hurt in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
But again, so in 2021, right? Him and Drake London, literally duking it out for the Bolitnikov, bro. This man was averaging nearly 2 touchdowns a game and making Matt Johnson, like Brad Johnson's son, look good at quarterback at LSU. Like, there's something to that, bro. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's like Jamar Chase or anything like that, but I'm saying I believe in the talent. I believe in the talent.
I absolutely believe in the talent too. I do. I absolutely do. But I know a lot of teams are probably going to take him off their board because, they got off-field concerns. They've got, the surgeries, the 2 surgeries that happened. Those are question marks. I mean, again, it's what they do. Now, what I would do is I would see still a day 2 talent to me. At the absolute worst, he's still a day 2 talent to me. So
he's guaranteed to get picked in the second round. I just threw that pick in for fun. I don't think he'll go that high, but I do think he does fit what Detroit wants. In that situation, I'd probably trade back if I was Detroit. We're not doing trades in this situation. But I do think he fits what Detroit wants to do. I think he's that wide receiver that they could use, or that X receiver that they could use, and have J-Mo be the Y, the flanker, and then let Amon-Ra St. Brown cook in the slot. And I think a wide receiver trio of Boutte, Jameson Williams, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, my gosh, Jared Goff is going to have a field day.
Hey, Jared Goff, do not be Zach Wilson at this point.
Yeah, literally. So Tampa Bay is on the clock, and they need a quarterback, and they're getting Anthony Richardson.
I mean,
they're getting Anthony Richardson.
That's all you can really say.
Help.
There's no need
pass the torch.
There's no need
from Tom Brady.
There's no need to elaborate. It's just y'all know why. Y'all know why y'all need a quarterback. Y'all know why.
It's a shame he failed this far, right? I mean, he should have went way earlier, but I mean, for Tampa, that's great value here.
Again, if we're doing trades,
by the way, this is unrealistic as heck. Like, this would not happen. This is not happening draft night.
Oh yeah. No. No, draft night. Like I said, every quarterback is going top 10. Every single one of them. They're either going top 10 or they're going top 15. I don't see them making it near Tampa.
Yeah, for sure. Getting a quarterback as they trade up for real. So for this exercise, Hunter had the Seattle Seahawks taking Jackson Smith-Njigba. Twin, please the beautiful people of why Jackson Smith-Njigba is such a good football player.
I mean, in all honesty, I wish I could explain it, but there's really no explaining it to it. Just watch him. Just watch him play. He's always open. He's crafty. Crafty.
Always
crafty. Crafty, honestly, is an understatement. He's a crafty route runner. Like, the dude he just knows how to get open. He's not really fast. He's not slow, but he's not fast. He's not like overly physical strong. He just knows how to get open. He knows how to settle down in zones. He knows how to use your leverage against you and beat you when you're in man coverage against him. That dude is just he's a straight up baller. He kind of effortlessly talented type of player. It's really what he is.
Yep.
I mean, there's a reason why Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave said he's probably the best receiver out of all of us. Dude is just effortlessly talented.
That was cap.
In my personal opinion, I think Garrett Wilson was the better one out of them out of all three. But I mean, I think Garrett Wilson was the best out of all three. I do.
I'm an Olave guy. We'll come back to that.
Oh, I like Olave. I love Olave, but I think Garrett Wilson is the best out of them three. But I mean,
I can't really get mad at it. They're very close. So
that's what I'm saying. They're all so close, and again, we've seen Garrett Wilson ball out with 20,000 different quarterbacks. You've seen Chris Olave be a very, very steady. He had a steady producer.
Didn't he have a statistically better year too? Like, he had a better year. He was playing with Andy Dalton. So I mean, they're both neither of them are sleaze. Neither of them are slouches.
I'll just say, it's close. That's what I'm saying. It was pretty close between the two. They both deserved offensive rookie of the year. So I mean, you see that them two came out and balled out. I mean, why can't Jackson Smith-Njigba?
Just to take the bias on it. I would love to see him with the star on his helmet. If we could get Jackson Smith-Njigba somehow at 26, I would feel elated. For my Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, if you're a team in need of a receiver, honestly, JSN should be your pick. I'm not even gonna lie. Even though he might be, a slot only guy, whatever. That dude, I'm telling you,
don't know how fast he is either.
Hey, you might not know how fast he is, but that dude just knows how to get open. He just knows how to get open. Sure. There is no, I don't care if he's an inside only guy, outside, no, he can get open. And that's valuable. Very valuable.
Absolutely. Hunter had with the 21st pick, the Los Angeles Chargers adding Michael Mayer to that offense for his favorite person in the world, Justin Herbert. Michael Mayer is the best tight end in the class. Very, 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 very good pass catching tight end. Offers you some quality blocking in the run game. And it's really been regarded as the best tight end for a while, probably in the whole country. So he's got good pedigree coming from Notre Dame. And for that offense specifically, he would fit like a glove. I mean, Herbo loves throwing those deep in routes. Mayer runs those routes very well. So yeah, great pick with Michael Mayer. Great fit with him going to the Chargers. Bro, you are back on the clock. The Baltimore Ravens.
I mean, the Baltimore Ravens. First off, as a secondary Ravens fan, pay Lamar Jackson. Stop playing. I'm tired. Pay Lamar Jackson. I'm tired of having to go through this with two of my more favorite teams in the league. Dallas went through it with Dak just not too long ago. Pay Lamar. Don't overcomplicate it. He was an MVP for a reason. Pay Lamar.
He's going to Atlanta. You know it.
No, he's not. I don't believe it. Baltimore's
He's going to Atlanta, and he's going to be the next Michael Vick. And you know it too, man. Stop denying yourself. You know it.
Look, man.
You know he's leaving.
If he's gonna be the next Vick, he's better than Vick already. To be completely honest with you, he's better than Vick. At least as a passer, he's definitely better, more consistent than Vick. As a runner, probably Vick is probably still a little bit better. just a little bit better. But I mean, on Baltimore, you know what Baltimore likes to do: defense, 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 defense.
Yeah.
And I think one of the corners that's still left on the board is Keely Ringo, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yep, Keely Ringo's on the board, and even though Keely Ringo's been getting pooped on a little bit. He's an all traits guy. Solid.
Mid.
Yeah, he's
He's
all traits
mid.
guy. I normally am not a fan of trait guys. It's very rare for me to really be a fan of trait guys, but I think Keely Ringo's traits are very good for him to continue to stay in the round one. So I think Keely Ringo's going to end up being the pick.
Yeah. I think Keely Ringo's also a good scheme fit for Baltimore. So yeah, good pick, bro. I am back on the clock with the Minnesota Vikings, and we just need a defensive player at this point.
I say, what did I just say? Defensive player. Y'all's
Yeah, we
defense
just need a defensive
trash.
player.
Minnesota, your defense was awful. It was terrible. I don't care who you pick, whether it's interior, edge, linebacker, safety, corner, something. Y'all need something on defense.
We're gonna take, as I call him, AU, the talented edge rusher from Kansas State. You want to talk about a guy who compares to Tyree Wilson as athletic profile? My gosh.
I mean, FAU's a freak. That dude's a freak. That dude is a freak.
Yeah. I like his game a lot. I think that he has the pass rush plan ready. I think he has the strength ready. I just think he doesn't have the ideal bend that I would like for an edge, which is why he goes a little bit later in the draft. But I think he's gonna come in. He's gonna be very, very reliable, very consistent. Day one, I think he's gonna come in and be a day one edge for somebody and make an impact early. So,
I mean, yeah, he is like 200 and isn't he like 250, 260, something like that. He's big dude.
270 maybe. Yeah.
He's like a huge dude. So if you're expecting a dude that big to be bendy, I mean, stop. There's only one dude that big's bendy, and that's Myles Garrett. And that dude,
yeah, Myles Garrett. Yeah,
he's the only dude I've seen at 280 pounds that bends like 230-pound Von Miller. That's terrifying.
Yeah. So. Yeah, man. Back on the clock again, man. I've been a busy man here in this mock draft, the first edition, first installment for Filmissart. With the Jacksonville Jaguars, see if I can help out Trevor a bit here by drafting Dalton Kincaid, a tight end from Utah. Bro, tell the people why Dalton Kincaid might be Michael Mayer.
I mean, overall, Michael Mayer is more of a jack of all trades, master of none. Kincaid is kind of Kincaid's a better, I would say he's a better athlete than Mayer is. Kincaid is more of your vertical tight end. He's more of your, I guess, what you want to call your today's tight end, where he gets up the field vertically in a hurry. He can high point. He's really just an offensive weapon, and that's really it. I mean, I'm a big fan of Kincaid. I think Kincaid's his way in around one as well. So, very weird draft. You could see two tight ends go round one. Very, very weird draft.
Yeah, it's weird how his board is falling, man. Bijan Robinson's still on the board, bro. It's crazy. It's weird. It's weird how it's going. I mean, where's he gonna get him? It's crazy. For the New York Giants, Alex had the Giants taking receiver Josh Downs from University of North Carolina. I think this is a great pick for the Giants. I think that Josh Downs is an outstanding wide receiver. Yes, he's 5'10". Yes, he's probably like 175 on a good day. But this is a guy who separates really well in multiple spots on the field. You can play him as the X, the boundary receiver, the receiver who lines up on the side of the field by himself. You can play him as a slot. You can play him as a Y. And you can expect him to get open and do his thing. I think he caught like 50 first down. So he's a guy who moves the chains. He also, bro, I know he's 5'10", but he had 13 contested catches last year.
I'm pretty sure he has a 70% contested catch rate.
Yeah, he had 13 of them. So dude knows how to catch through contact.
It's higher than Mr. 6'4", 212.
We ain't gonna talk about that one, boy. Yeah, Quentin Johnston, he's not it, guys. If for context, if Josh Downs is 5'10" and catching 13 contested catches and has a lower drop rate, by the way, I mean last year his drop rate was like 9 something, bro. This year it was 3. So he worked on his weaknesses this summer, got better, and came in and balled out this year for North Carolina. So great player. But like I was saying, if Josh Downs can catch 13 contested catches and Quentin Johnston's out here with a lower contested catch pass rate than him, I mean, let's be honest. We have a conversation about that. The Dallas Cowboys are on the clock, and he told me if Bijan is there, to take him. So we're taking Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson. Oh my God! Every Cowboy fan, I just heard every Cowboy fan cry.
Moody's see that, and Moody's gonna lose his mind. Like he's gonna be pissed.
Oh man.
Ghost, bro. Ghost is gonna be so bad.
No. Ghost actually will be mad. Ghost just came to terms with it a little bit. He's came to terms with it a little bit. He'll be upset, but then to a degree, he'll be like, all right. Because again, remember, he's a UT fan.
We passed on Banks. We passed on Deontay Banks.
Hey, that's my guy right there.
We passed on Torrance. We passed on DeJuan Jones. We passed on a couple of good guys.
I mean, listen, man.
But overall,
it is as simple as this. Bijan,
I think he's DPA.
Player like 6, player 5. He is a bona fide top 10 player in the class. Yeah. Forget position, forget every. He is a top 10 player. He just so happens to play running back. It is as simple.
And I think for us specifically, if this board felt this way, I would feel Bijan, and I would feel great. I feel great because I mean he fell in your lap.
I say it's a
top 10 player fell in your lap. You can't be mad.
There's a difference between taking a running back at 4 and taking a running back at 26. Huge difference.
The Buffalo Bills are on the clock, and Alex had them taking DeJuan Jones, tackle from The Ohio State University. Please tell the people why DeJuan Jones is him, and why we address him as Black Thanos or whatever he calls himself.
DeJuan Jones, big. He's just big. I mean, dude is literally Trent Brown. This dude's huge. He's huge. He's a mauler. He's not a mover. He's not much of a mover compared to your smaller tackles, which is to be expected. Again, he's a big dude, but this dude he eats space. You're not running through him. You're gonna have to run, but yeah, Trent Brown, DeJuan Jones, Spider-Man meme. They're saying they play.
Yeah,
they're the same person. They're the same person.
Yeah, for sure. Hey man, you're back on the clock, bro. The 28th pick. Who you got the Cincinnati Bengals taking?
The Cincinnati Bengals. Well, I mean,
need an offensive lineman like always.
Their O-line got better throughout the year. They were just all hurt at the end of the year. They were all hurt. I mean, in my opinion, what I would do is, I mean, there's been a lot of murmurs about them wanting to get rid of Joe Mixon, and Joe Mixon got arrested for being a menace.
Ooh, don't do it. I'll be mad. Don't do it.
He got arrested for being a menace. I mean,
no, I know what player you're about to pick for them. Don't do it though. Ooh, that would be nasty.
I mean,
Don't do it.
it's got to be though.
Don't say his name. Go ahead and
It's
say
got to
his
be.
name then. Go ahead and
It's
make the
got to
pick.
be. I mean, come on, man. We all. I mean, the little dude, lightning in the bottle. We know him, man. We know him. It has to be him. It just has to be. With
Yeah,
what I think they're going to do with Mixon, I think they're going to get rid of him. And like we said, if Bijan is going to go round one, I assume that Gibbs is going to go round one. I just do.
we're talking about Gibbs, the outstanding running back prospect from the University of Alabama. This is a guy who led his team in rushing and receiving. This is a guy who's probably going to run a 4.3 something next week. This is a guy who was clocked at running 22 miles per hour at Alabama's practice. This is a guy who runs away from defensive backs on film. Running away from defensive backs, by the way, is not easy. This is coming from a guy down here who's a defensive back himself. He'll tell you it's not easy for a running back to be able to run away from them. This is a guy who runs behind his pads. He can do the physical running. He can run in between tackles. He can bounce it outside. He's got spotty vision at times, but he makes it work due to his ability to accelerate and stop on a dime and cut. He's not like B. John.
That's the
He's not like
first.
B. John to where he's got the crazy jump cuts, but
You
he's a
got
guy
to
who
talk about his feet. You got to talk about his feet. That dude's feet, crazy. That dude's feet, crazy.
He's got better footwork than B. John. I'm sorry, bro. B. John, I love you, but Jameer Gibbs' footwork is better than yours, bro.
I mean, Bijan's cuts are crazy for a dude
Yeah,
his size.
I just said that his cuts are crazy, but
it's just
Gibbs' feet though.
Gibbs' feet move so fast. It's crazy.
His start stop is crazy, bro. Crazy.
You literally blink, and this man is 30 yards down the field, gone. Touchdown.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Gibbs is him. We love Gibbs, and we think he's a stud here at Filmissart. And whatever team gets him, shish, good luck. Bro, you're back on the clock with the New Orleans Saints. What are you doing? What are you thinking for New Orleans here?
What am I doing here? I don't even know what to do here. I mean, Saints need everything. The Saints need everything, bro. The Saints are really one of those awkward teams. They're stuck in between. Our defense is good enough to go win, but our offense is definitely not good enough to go win. I mean, with that being said, I mean, I don't like him. I think he's a little bit overhyped, but this is going to be a dude who's probably next week going to test out something crazy. We're going to go with Lucas Van Ness. We're going to go with Lucas Van Ness. Lucas Van Ness, you are a saint. You are a saint, Lucas Van Ness. Congratulations. Absolutely do not like that pick. I don't like that pick. Again, his film it's all right. I can see why people like him. Personally, I just am not a fan. That's just not my cup of tea. And that's okay. That is okay.
Yeah, man. The Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock. The pick Alex wanted to make is on here. So instead, we are going to make that defense for Philadelphia better by adding Nolan Smith, the from the University of Georgia. He wanted to go Gibbs there, but instead he gets a pass rusher that can help immediately and help in the linebacking core as well. Not Edge. Nolan Smith is a guy who I wouldn't consider a weapon, but he's like a tweener. You know, he can do some linebacker things for you. He can do some edge things for you. Really play that Hassan Reddick role to a T. But he's better against the run than Hassan Reddick. So adding Nolan Smith to go with Hassan Reddick is a great move for Philadelphia to strengthen up the already talented football team.
They get two Hassan Reddicks. That's hilarious.
And with the final pick in this mountain draft, Hunter had the Kansas City Chiefs taking Flowers, wide receiver from the University of
Boston College.
never doing PFF mock again, so I don't care about that. So this is our mock, you guys. We had Will Anderson going number 1 overall to the Chicago Bears. Bryce Young going number 2 overall to the Houston Texans. Jalen Carter going number 3. Arizona Cardinals. C.J. Stroud going to the Indianapolis Colts. Tyree Wilson going number 5 to the Seattle Seahawks. Christian Gonzalez going number 6 to the Detroit Lions. Peter Skoronski going number to the Las Vegas Raiders. Miles going number 8 to the Atlanta Falcons. Will Levis going 9 to the Panthers. Joey Porter going 10 to the Eagles. Broderick Jones going 11 to the Tennessee Titans. Jordan Addison joining Bryce Young in Houston. Trenton Simpson going 13. Brian Branch going 14 to the Patriots. Quentin Johnson going to the Green Bay Packers. Johnson going to the Washington Commanders. Devin Witherspoon going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kashawn Butte going 18th to the Detroit Lions. Going 19th to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jackson Smith-Njigba going 20th to the Seattle Seahawks. Michael Mayer going 21st to the Los Angeles Chargers. Keely Ringo going 22nd to the Baltimore Ravens. Felix Anudike Azuma going 23rd. Minnesota Vikings. Dalton Kincaid going 24th to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh Downs going 25th to the New York Giants. Bijan Robinson going 26th overall to the Cowboys. DeJuan Jones going 27th overall to the Bills. Jahmyr Gibbs going 28th to the Cincinnati Bengals. Luke going 29 to the Saints. Nolan Smith going 30 to the Eagles. And Zay Flowers going first to the Kansas City Chiefs. So that's all we have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed our first installment of our mock draft series. I will be doing a 2-round mock draft after the combine. So stay tuned for that. It'll probably drop the Monday after it or something like that. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah.
Comment which picks y'all like, comment which picks y'all hate, and comment and yell at him and let him know Kayshawn's not going in round 1. Just like that.
All the smoke is welcome. You can comment if you like it. You comment if you hate it. You can comment if you think I look dumb. Whatever you want to say, whatever you want to do. But please comment on the video. Please like and share this video with your homies, with your girlfriend, with your uncle, your grandpa. I don't care. And please, if you are watching this and you are not subscribed, subscribe to this channel. We have a gang of content that's about to come out in the next week or so specifically. So please subscribe to the channel. And thank you guys for having us. Appreciate you, brother, for being on here with me today, Dalen. And y'all have a blessed day.
Peace.